Hello, students. We are back and we finished Joan of Arc and we are beginning the new chapter, Alchemy of Nature. This chapter is very interesting. It tells you about the magic of nature, but when it comes to writing answers, it is a little twisty and turny. So let us pay full attention and see what's in this chapter. It's a very small chapter. Alchemy of nature means, let me first tell you, alchemy of nature means magic of nature. Alchemy means magic. What all magic nature can do, what all magical things it can teach us. So, to see a world in a grain of sand and a heaven in a wild flower, hold infinity in the palm of your hand and eternity in an hour. This is a quote by William Blake on nature, on alchemy, on magic of nature. Something as tiny as a grain of sand can spark off an idea or an imagination of a huge significance to the world. One can witness and experience the beauty of heaven in something as small as wild flower and derive joy forever. Only one should have the eyes and the time to see it. You've heard that quote, beauty holds in the eyes of the beholder. So that quote is like this, that only the eyes that are meant to see that beauty उन्हीं को दिखती है वो. Everybody cannot see the beauty. Like they are saying, in a grain of sand you can see beauty. You can spark off an idea. In a wild flower you can see the world's heaven. So you have to have that vision to see that. You have to have that open-mindedness to see the beauty and the heaven. Infinity is endless space, but your small palm can hold the destiny of Earth through your efforts, which means your actions are responsible for all that you see around you. Your actions can frame the destiny of your life, of the Earth, through your efforts. What you do for Earth, Mother Earth, how you care, how you become eco-friendly, how you save the environment. Eternity is endless time. So we are here. But just an hour in your life can make a difference to the world. So if you have 24 hours in a day, 365 days in a year, so many minutes, so many seconds. So 1 hour if you utilize productively can do so much, can make so much difference in your life. Like, I'll not give the name of this boy, but I'll give his example. His father would always tell him to wake up and exercise in the morning, but he would not do so. But one day he realized on his own. His father didn't force him or something. He kept encouraging him. Now he's at a stage in his life where he wakes up at 5 o'clock. He goes for exercise on his own. Whether his father wakes him up or no, he has set his routine so well. Gets up at 5 o'clock, comes back after an exercise, studies for 1 hour, then travels to school. It takes him 1 hour to travel to school. Then he comes to school, then he does all his studies also very appropriately with a lot of discipline. So it is upon you how you frame your destiny, how you frame your life, how you make difference to your own world. Great deeds can surpass the limits of time and space. They never die. So great deeds, अच्छे काम हर लिमिट क्रॉस कर सकते हैं. कोई वो उनकी कभी मौत नहीं होती. They never die. So we instinctively turn to outdoor activities and nature as a way of relaxing and enhancing our well-being. Instinctively means immediately. It is natural. Whenever you are bored, you go out. Whenever you are tired, to freshen up, you go out. You do some outdoor activities as a way of relaxing and enhancing our well-being. Enhancing means enriching. The meanings are given over here. Enhancing means enriching, to make ourselves feel better. Nature soothes and nurtures. So what does nature do? It makes you, soothes you, it relaxes you, it nurtures you. Like many of us have a hobby of photography, and they like to do photography of nature, sunset, sunrise, mountains, rivers, dogs, cats, everything nature. Why do they do only nature? Why don't they do cupboards, TV, refrigerator, all such things in the house, study table? No, because it gives a totally different feeling. So many people, they love nature. Nature fulfills and motivates. Nature whispers and commands. So nature has its own way of telling you something. It has its own way of motivating you. Motivating means it brings that excitement into you. It brings that positivity into you. Are you listening? Here it is said here. Are you listening? When I do, it leaves me in complete awe. Awe means surprise, great wonder. We have a hibiscus plant in our garden. Every fortnight, a flower blooms on it. Big, bright, and tender. Hibiscus flower, you all have seen that flower which we offer to Ganpati ji. I don't know what you call it in Hindi, Marathi, but hibiscus. Every fortnight means once in 15 days, a flower blooms on it. Big, bright, and tender. It is big, bright, and tender means soft. Through the day, it smiles with the sun and dances with the wind. So during the day, it is smiling, dancing. Smiling means it's the human quality given, but it's bright and big. But as evening approaches, it starts wilting. Wilting means drying and dropping. Drying and dropping. The morning after, it withers completely. Withers means it dries away completely the next morning, and by evening it falls and becomes one with the earth. So the lifespan of this hibiscus flower is just one day. So when it blooms, it is big, bright, it is dancing, it is nice and beautiful red, and evening approaches, it starts wilting, it starts feeling dry, it's dropping, it's becoming weaker, and the next morning it withers completely, and by evening it falls and becomes one with the earth. The flower comes to life only for a day, yet it does so in full splendor. Now this is a very important meaning. Now they are saying, yes, the meaning of splendor. By now you should have understood the meaning of splendor. He is living, the flower, it is living the lifespan of one day, but it is living its life to full. It's living its life to the fullest. It's dancing, it's singing, it's happy. It's not, basically, again, this chapter again, alchemy of nature, this example of hibiscus is again giving you the example of positivity. Be happy, dance, sing, be merry, study, do everything. Don't complain, crib, be negative about everything in life, because you have a short life. It lives its life to the fullest. What if we too lived our life, however short, to its fullest? So this is a very thoughtful point. We went to a rocky beach and saw the spread of the majestic ocean and the rocks alongside, carved, sculpted, and shaped by the water. So as you know, the water on the beach, it carves and sculpts the water. The water carves and sculpts the rocks, because the rocks are tender, and the majestic ocean, the water, it keeps coming again towards the sea. So water is so gentle. Let's see what they're saying. Rock so hard, yet as the water flows. Now why did I say rock is tender? As compared to the water which is flowing, the rock is in a standard position, is in one place, and the water flows over it every day for years. The water comes, the wave comes, it flows over the rock, it goes back, again it comes, it flows over the rock, again it goes back. I'm so sorry. So it takes the shape of the water that the water commands. Our problems are so colossal. Colossal means huge, and we are so small, yet if we persist. So our problems are so huge and we are so small. So if you compare yourself and your problems to the rock and water comparison, what do you think? Can you overcome your problems, or can problems overcome you? So this is the point to think. We saw small bits of grass peeping through the small cracks in a concrete pavement. Now you've seen small bits of grass are popping out from concrete pavements, footpath. It left us thinking, however impossible things may look, there is always an opening. So everything is teaching you a chapter. Everything is teaching you a moral. So the grass is teaching you, however impossible things may look, there is always an opening. What are the rock and the water teaching you? Our problems are so colossal and we are so small, yet if we persist. Now look at the next example. We saw a tree bare of all leaves in cold winter months. We thought its chapter was over, but 3 months passed, spring set in, and the tree was back in its green majesty once again. So what we thought, this झाड़ होता है ना, वो ठंडी के सीज़न में उजड़ जाता है. फिर जब थोड़े महीनों बाद जब स्प्रिंग, गर्मी का थोड़ा सा मौसम आता है, तब फिर से वो खिल जाता है, बारिश आती है. Green majesty once again, full of leaves, flowers. What if we too had the conviction, bharosa, that whatever difficult things are right now, it will not remain forever. हमेशा difficulty नहीं बनी रहेगी. For example, this coronavirus. Things are so difficult. We are not able to move out. We are not able to get things. We are not able to do much things in life. But this too shall pass. ये भी चला जाएगा. We saw an army of ants lugging a fly which was at least 10 times the ant size. So now there was a fly. You देखा होगा घर में भी कुछ चीज़ गिर जाती है, या कभी कुछ कॉकरोच मर जाता है, या कोई मक्खी मर जाती है, तो अचानक से एक ट्रूप ऑफ एंट्स आ जाता है, आर्मी ऑफ एंट्स, और वो एंट्स उन सबको उठा के ले जाती है. इतनी सारी एंट्स एक मक्खी, मरी हुई मक्खी, मरा हुआ कॉकरोच को ले जाती है. The ants organized themselves around the fly, lifted it on frail feelers. Frail feelers means उनके कमज़ोर पैरों पर उनको उठा लिया. किसको? मक्खी को. And carried it to quite a distance. The teamwork and perseverance was impressive. So what are the ants teaching you? Perseverance. Perseverance means करते रहना, मेहनत करते रहना, constant effort. कुछ भी दिक्कत आते तो भी करते रहना, consistently. हमेशा, ऐसे नहीं आज किया कल नहीं किया, ऐसे आज इंग्लिश होमवर्क कर दिया कल नहीं किया, ऐसे नहीं. परसिवियरेंस, कंसिस्टेंट, ऑर्गेनाइज, सिस्टमैटिक. लाइफ अपनी सिस्टमैटिक और फोकस. मेन हमारा फोकस क्या है लाइफ में, वो. तो व्हाट आर द एंड्स टीचिंग यू? कंसिस्टेंसी, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, परसिवियरेंस, फोकस. स्पाइडर वेब्स आर डेलिकेट येट वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग. स्पाइडर वेब्स भी डेलिकेट होते हैं बट स्ट्रॉन्ग. रेनबो पूरे आसमान को कलर करता है. ऑयस्टर कैसे होते हैं? एक सैंड का ग्रेन लेते हैं, एक दाना लेते हैं सैंड का, और जब वो थोड़े दिनों बाद खुलता है वो एक पर्ल बनता है. पता है ना पर्ल कैसे बनता है? आई शो यू द वीडियो ऑफ हाउ पर्ल्स आर मेड इन द नेक्स्ट क्लास. और एक्चुअली वेट, लेट मी शो यू नाउ. जस्ट गिव मी अ मिनट. So here we will
learning for all.
How
are pearls
a grain of sand transforms into a pearl.
formed? It's a top secret. I can't reveal it. All right, I'll tell you. Pearls are the result of a biological process within living sea creatures like an oyster as it protects itself from foreign substances. Wow, the oyster looks beautiful. Indeed, an oyster has 2 shells. Inside the shells, there is an organ called mantle. Mantle covers and protects all the internal organs of the oyster. Whenever any foreign substance like a grain of sand or a parasite makes its way into the oyster and gets stuck in between the shell and mantle, the mantle's natural reaction is to cover that foreign substance to protect the oyster's internal organs. For this, the mantle secretes a mineral called nacre around the foreign substance in layers. Over time, layer upon layer of nacre leads to the formation of a pearl.
So here we saw how a grain of sand forms into a pearl. Same way, there are so many examples this chapter has given us. Innumerable stars shine across the infinite sky. There are so many stars you see in the sky. Clouds take new shapes with every passing moment. If you look up in the sky, ऊपर आसमान में देखो एक दिन शाम को जाके, हर एक क्लाउड का अलग अलग शेप होता है. कोई चिड़िया जैसा दिखता है, कोई एरो जैसा दिखता है, कोई बर्ड जैसा दिखता है. सब अपने थॉट प्रोसेस पे क्या हम सोचते हैं वैसा दिखता है वो. The wind makes trees dance with unhindered passion. Unhindered means without disturbance. Without any disturbance. Wind से झाड़ हिलते हैं, सोचो. Water without hint of ego changes its form to the dictates of sun and wind. जब गर्मी होती है तब the 3 forms of water. Ice melts, ice forms, and there's water vapor. So without ego, the ego is a very important point. When we see a caterpillar एक बटरफ्लाई बनता है, उसकी प्रोसेस होती है, वो बहुत दिनों में वो धीरे धीरे इवॉल्व होता है, अपने आप एक वो बटरफ्लाई बनता है, वो शेल में से निकल के उड़ के आता है. अ फ्लावर टर्न्स इनटू अ फ्रूट, ये हमने EVS में 3rd स्टैंडर्ड में पढ़ा होगा, कैसे रूट, स्टेम, ब्रांचेस, लीव्स, फ्लावर, फ्रूट, कैसे फाइनली फ्रूट आता है वो. वी एक्सपीरियंस द एल्केमी ऑफ नेचर. इन सब में क्या पता चलता है? एल्केमी मीन्स मिस्टीरियस पावर ऑफ मैजिक. वी टच इट एंड बिकम गोल्ड आवर सेल्स. और इन सब से हम सीख सकते हैं, हम लेसन सीख सकते हैं, और हम अपने जीवन में इनको अपना के खुद सोना बन सकते हैं. सो गो थ्रू दिस चैप्टर एंड maybe you can solve exercise 1, 2 and 3, 4 for homework. Okay, see you till then.